Hi everybody, we're good. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's been a pretty peaceful day. Last night at 10:30 we heard huge airplanes flying overhead, and then there was just a massive explosion about 2 kilometers from us. The whole sky just lit up bright orange. It shook our house. It was super loud, and they hit, yeah. Anyway, I'm not supposed to talk about what they hit, but the fallout of that was like, it's right across the street from a hospital and a maternity hospital. Actually, the maternity hospital is where our Evie was born, and blew out all the windows. Yeah, it actually hit across the street from the hospital, but really did a lot of damage in the hospitals themselves. For us, I mean, I know that they've been bombing this country for days, and we've heard, bombs, missiles, airstrikes, whatever, all during, for the last week. But this was the first one that we could see, and we don't really hear all the air raid sirens here. Sometimes when you're outside you can hear them, but yeah, it was, we were all staying and we were getting ready to go to bed, and it just happened, and the kids, everyone started screaming and crying, and we went to the hallway, and every kid deals with it differently. Like, somebody might scream and be like hysterical, and then there's our Seth, who's 11. He was crying, I'm afraid, and then he just like flipped a switch and was like, tell me what I need to do. Ran upstairs, got his dog, didn't want his dog to be upstairs by herself, and we just got all the mattresses, put them on the floor of the living room and down the hall, and we all, even Grant with us, we all just slept together in the living room. And before we went to sleep, my mom earlier in the day had sent me an audio message of her reading Psalm 91. And so the lights were out, everybody was just laying on their mattresses, and we just listened to that, and the rest of the night was quiet. We're safe here in our village, and there's so many people that are not. We have friends in southern Ukraine that have just, their city is being completely and utterly destroyed. People in Kyiv, just in Kharkov, the second biggest city in Ukraine, down in the southeast. They're just bombing city centers, destroying universities. So, we are safer than many, and we are thankful. We're thankful. I don't take it for granted, and yeah, we're just, so far, we're being really well taken care of. We're really thankful to the Lord for that. We called all the moms yesterday. Nobody wants to come here. A lot of them have family, or, are in an okay situation. There was a couple that we really reached out to and tried to get them to come here. They don't want to come, but we'll keep trying. I think it's scary for people to move out of where they're scared into another scary situation, but they know that the door is open to them if they want it. Otherwise, like, we just all talked as a team this morning, and Jed just said to everybody, I know we're all one big team together, and we've been making decisions together, since the beginning, since even before this. But if any of you want to try to get west, like, you're free to do that, right? Like, you don't have to stay here. Like, of course we're stronger together, but we won't judge you. Like, you're free, to make your own decisions. But everybody wants to stay. I think, several people said, like, I felt like God spoke to me before that I needed to be, when everything started, I needed to stay and help with the boys, and I'm not going to change my mind. And one girl, our Tanya, said, like, this is my family, so wherever Dimhidnosti is, that's where I'm going to be, because it's my family. And we just, at this point, it seems that to move would probably put us more at risk than just staying with the crew that we have. Moving isn't always the best thing. in times of active war. And so we are going to stay put. We sent people out into the city today to get more food. And as long as we can access food, we're still buying it at the store so that we don't use up our reserves if there comes a point when we can't get food. Yeah, we're going to stay put. None of us want to leave. And it might sound crazy, but this is our home. These are our people. This is our country. And so far, we're not hearing from the Lord that we need to leave. So last night was super scary. But even then, just like, it is what it is. This is our home and we stay here. My only fear last night was like, are my kids gonna hate me that we're putting them through this? This morning I asked them, like my two oldest, are you upset with us that like we didn't get out earlier, that we stayed? And they said we don't want to leave. So I'm really thankful for them. I think if they were all begging us to leave, we would be singing a different tune. But our kids are brave and they believe in why we're staying. They love Ukraine. This is their home. So here we are. Please continue to pray. Watch President Zelensky's speech. He addresses the Ukrainian people every day. And today's speech it's legit. Guys, he is the best president. He's amazing. He's a hero. He's going to go down in history as a massive hero. You see in like those movies. Oh, and people have asked about this artwork. Our Seth painted those. But you see in movies or shows about like fighting during like medieval times or Viking times or whatever, like in England, and they would say like, we need the king with us. Like if the people don't see the king, like that's everything, like to see the king and to know that he's alive and well. And I don't know, I never really got that. But now, like, I feel like I get it to a degree. Like when we watch the president address the country every morning, it's just like he is like, he's the one that everyone's looking to. I mean, obviously we're looking to God, but I'm talking about as far as a human leader. Like we see him and the things he says and the way he encourages and the way he talks. It makes you remember. It makes you feel like everything is possible. It makes you remember like that, like what you're fighting for and how amazing and brave the military is and what Ukraine stands for. And yeah, he's the right person for this moment in history. And we're like, I get it. Got to see his face every day. And then everything feels like it's going to be okay. But the boys are good. Team is good. There was some meltdowns yesterday, even before our city was bombed. There were some meltdowns yesterday. We're all living together, close quarters, most stressful times of our lives. There's bound to be high emotions, and everybody's got their moment when it's hard. And I've been interrupted about 50 times during this video, so I'm gonna go. Антон! Я бачу, ти посміхаєшся, я бачу. Ти щасливий сьогодні? Так. Так. Хто гарний настрій? Сашуля щасливий, Ваня щасливий, Боря щасливий, Борис! Борис, посміхнися! Борис, якщо щасливий, підніми праву руку. О!